Okay, I'm gonna bring her up now, for real. She's part of an amazing podcast called The Gone Girls. Please help me with a huge round of applause. Bring up Miss Shauna Lane.
That'd be great if I just fell over and you were like, oh my god, we were too nice. She passed out. Hi, buddy. Welcome to We Share a Void. Thank you so much for coming. We're empty inside. They're laughing because they know the truth. They're my friends. They know. They're like, we've heard your story. You are dead on the inside. So hello, thank you for coming. I have a boyfriend, despite what it looks like. I know. I got a little bit of a lesbian boho chic thing going on. Right now, I'll explain later. My boyfriend's a lot older than me. He's 57. Oh, yeah, he's vintage. Applause break for the 57-year-old. Yeah, he's amazing. I love him. I love my boyfriend. I think what I love about him the most is he has a washer and dryer. In his apartment. The older I get, the more I find things like that so attractive. You know, like I can wash my jeans whenever I want. It's hot. I like it. I had to get an older boyfriend because I started getting older myself. That's what happened. I always dated younger men. Like I loved young, hot, bad boys. That was my thing. They didn't even have to be hot. They just had to be young and disgusting. And I loved that. Like if I went to a party and there was a guy on the floor in a pile with dirty nails, I was like, ooh. He's gonna be my boyfriend. But then I started feeling like I was babysitting these guys and it started to make me feel old. So I switched it up and I got myself a much older boyfriend. And what's amazing is every time we have sex, he almost dies a little. I know. It's so great. I feel so hot and young again. I'm like, look at him breathing. He is not okay. I still got it. Go Team Shauna. So he's got 2 kids, my boyfriend, boys in their late 20s, so men. He has 2 men, and they're wonderful. I don't know, I haven't met them yet because they're both in jail. Row. But they're in the same one, so they're together. That's nice, like a family. They didn't do the crime together, but they're definitely doing the time. How did you guys know? Sometimes people don't know. Yeah, and they're not murderers, they're just like drug addicts, so it's not so bad. Like nothing. Oh. I've been with him for 4.5 years, my boyfriend, I've been with 4.5 years. And I've never told my mother that his kids are in jail. Can you imagine that? Whenever she asks about them, I just say that they live upstate. In a gated community. It's very, very, very true. They just can't get out of the community. Yeah, one of them is actually getting out of jail on Friday. Isn't that exciting? I know! He'll probably go right back in, but he's getting out. And then on Sunday, my boyfriend wants the 3 of us to go to brunch and meet for the first time, which I'm super nervous about, and I think it's really crazy. Also, my boyfriend doesn't understand why, and I'm like, okay, look, first of all, brunch is super bougie to go meet somebody who just got out of jail, right? I find it hard to believe he's been in jail for 5 years, and he's like, you know what one of the first jobs I gotta make out of jail? Brunch! Somebody poach me some eggs. Probably not. Well, and I don't know how to have a casual conversation with somebody who just got out of jail. Like I'm gonna be eating my omelet and be like, so how was jail? friends in jail. I hate myself. You know what I'm really worried about?
What?
Thank you. What if his son is hot? Right? Like, what if he's like a hot, young, disgusting jailbird like I used to like to date? Right? What's that conversation gonna look like? I'm gonna be like, when was the last time you were with a woman before you were in jail? This is how I eat my omelets. So sexual at brunch. And when I eat my sausage, I just stuff it down my throat. You know who eats and makes really sexual sounds? You're never gonna guess, so I'll tell you, it's my mother. Yes. My whole life. When I was a little girl, my mom would take a bite of a sandwich and she'd be like, I would be like, that sounds like a really good sandwich. What are we having for lunch? I'm confused. And now my mom's 75, she's a little old lady, she takes a bite of a sandwich and she's like, I'm like, oh, I get it. Somebody needs to fuck my mom. Somebody needs to give it to Grandma Sue. And get me one of those sandwiches. You guys are so much fun. Oh my God. Yeah, dating an older guy is amazing because he's so structured in everything he does, right? He like wakes up at the same time, goes to bed at the same time, eats the same food, like everything. Like he shows up. Like if he says he's gonna show up, he shows up. If he says he's gonna be there at 7:30, he shows up at 7:30. Guys used to tell me they were gonna be there at 7:30, and then I would never see them again. That was our whole relationship, me waiting for 7:30 to happen sometime. The next day, I'd be like, do you think he meant today? Maybe he meant next week. I hope he's okay. So, can I switch it up with you guys a little bit? Is that all right? Yeah. So I found out a little over a year ago that I had cancer, and oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. Can you imagine if I just started crying, dropped the mic, and left? You'd be like, she was so good up until then. Now I feel sick to my stomach. No, I'm gonna be okay, by the way. Thanks. Like, what's the I don't feel like crying anymore. It's amazing what applause does. So, yeah, I found out, like, out of nowhere, I just went to a regular appointment, and they were like, you have cancer. And I was like, I have an eye appointment after this. I'm gonna go into total denial. And I did. Totally went into denial. For 2 months, I didn't talk about it. I didn't tell anybody. It's breast cancer. I couldn't get the words out of my mouth. I couldn't get breast cancer out of my mouth. I told my boyfriend, didn't tell my family. I kept getting on stage and not talking about it. I couldn't get the words out of my mouth, and I was so terrified that everyone was going to stop booking me for comedy. And then I remembered that nobody books me for comedy. I don't have a career. It's okay. So I started talking about it. You know what I found out from telling people that I have cancer? It's an amazing way to get compliments. Because people are so uncomfortable to hear that you have cancer that they're like, but your skin looks so good. Only they say it like you're about to be run over by a truck. They're like, but your skin looks so good. I don't know how to tell you this, but here comes a truck. And that's why my hair is short like this, because I went through chemo and I was bald, and I got a lot of compliments about how amazing I looked when I was bald. And I was like, really? If I look so good bald, why don't we all do it? How about you all go bald? Nobody looks good bald. That's why nobody does it unless they have to. Sorry. Sorry. Mine is growing back. So, Yeah, I went and I got a second and a third opinion because that's what you're supposed to do when you have a life-threatening illness. And they were all like, yeah, you have cancer. By the time I got to the third doctor, it was this Russian woman. And I was like, why do I have breast cancer? Why? No one in my family has ever had any kind of cancer. I have a huge family. And she was like, the reason why you have breast cancer is because you have breasts. That's what she said. She went to school for like 20 years to give me that answer. I was like, that's the first time in my life I ever felt like I could be a doctor. I feel good about myself. You are not going to be my doctor, but thank you for that. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sober also. I'm a hot mess up here, right? I always say I'm not that kind of sober like I had cancer, I'm living clean. I'm that kind of sober like I can't have sex with any more cab drivers. Filled my quota. You're welcome if you're one of them. Yeah, I was a mess. I was such a mess. One weekend, I married, are you ready for this? A bisexual, sadomasochistic, heroin addict stripper. Thank you. That's so many red flags in one person. And I was like, life burner. And we started a band together, the Dust Balls. Have you heard of us? No, you have not. I'm not even a musician. I played the tambourine. I was like, I'm gonna be famous. Okay, anyway, it didn't work out. I'm better. He's a mess still. Unfortunately, he's such a mess that I spent 10 minutes 2 weeks ago staring at a homeless guy in the corner trying to figure out if it was my ex-husband. Yeah. I was like, is that Eric? Did he get a dog? Motherfucker has a family now? Because he left me. That's right. That's when I found out I had a problem. I was like, wow, someone who's a complete disaster was like, you need to get your shit together. I'm out. I was like, I think I need to take a good hard look at myself in the mirror. Oh my God, you guys have been so much fun. Thank you so much. I'm Shauna Lane. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I just also want to say thank you to Amy and Emilio and Donna for joining the team, the We Share Void team. And seriously, I started doing the show, I think 3 years ago. I don't even know, but I had to stop for a year and a half. It was a monthly show, and then we had our 1 year anniversary, and then I got cancer and stopped doing it for a year and a half. And I was like, is that still a monthly show? But anyway, I really appreciate you coming out for the revival